Hey everybody, my name is Charles,
And I'm Sochi.
and we decided to make a channel about our life's adventures. So we've been together since 2011, since we were juniors in high school.
Here's a few photos of us back in high school, such babies.
High school was a trip for me, and I really had some of my all-time highs and my all-time lows. I really feel like my faith in y'all helped me get through it all.
Most of our time was spent hanging out with our friends and playing sports.
Even though we were just kids, I knew our relationship was something special, and that one day we'd be getting married and joining our families together. We had a really small, intimate wedding and very low cost. Our families made the food. We even had the wedding at Sochi's Nino's house, so it was really nice. I thought it was nice. I really don't believe in glamorous weddings. But after high school, we both went to separate colleges, kind of far away. I went to UCSB Santa Barbara, and Sochi went to UC San Diego. So that was kind of a really long distance relationship, but it was totally worth it. He's cruising. Right now, we're in Jalisco, Mexico, where Sochi's dad's family's from, and we're just enjoying life, traveling. But we really do want to settle down somewhere in Mexico. I really love Mexico because it reminds me of Vietnam. I love the food. I think we have good business opportunities here.
And I love the culture and just the slower pace of life.
We'll get more into what we've done in the past and our travels to like Vietnam and Mexico and in the States and what we plan to do in the future. We'll get into that a little later. Back in Oxnard, we have been truly blessed. We stay at Sochi's mom's first house. She bought that, then left and went to go buy another house. So we rent her old house. Well, it's actually the garage, but it's been nice. Back in the day, this was full of cans and beer bottles. Me and Sochi took it upon ourselves to build a garden here. We used the old bricks that are on the side of the house. These trees were already here. There's already a nice lemon tree, these two lemon trees. There's a nice guava tree in the front, but we made it a little bit nicer. Got some greens growing, a nice little trellis. Got some grapes, avocado tree planted. We used to grow microgreens. We really try to do a lot. Honestly, it was tough, but we were still so blessed. A lot of people don't have anything in their backyards, and we were able to have so much. We were able to have an RV and rent that on Airbnb. I started growing oyster mushrooms. We got chickens. We were blessed, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, while we're in Mexico, Sochi's mom's watching over the place, our yard, our chickens, our kitties, and she plans to renovate our garage into a nice little house. But I do want to have a business here in Mexico and eventually back in Oxnard. And I just want to be able to take what we love in Oxnard and one day make it something great here on a larger scale in Mexico and still be able to go back to our family in Oxnard.
We don't know exactly what it's going to look like here in Mexico, but we're kind of letting our faith in Yah guide us and, just the opportunities that come with living here and meeting people and, learning.
And yeah, farming on this small scale for ourselves was great, and we learned a lot for ourselves. But Sochi's family out here, they're like ranchers, and I want to learn something from them, and I want to be able to provide for other people as well as ourselves. And yet, the politics and the society of both California and here in Jalisco, they're very different, and they play a part in why we made this decision to try to move out here. Each place both has their benefits and negatives, but I mean, we just gotta figure out how to make life work for us. I took this video back in April, right before we left to go out here to Mexico. So it's been a while. We've been out here for a minute, and I'm looking at it, and I really do miss this place. I miss our cats. This right here is Fuzz. This is the So we found one kitty in our tree. We called her Guava because she was in the guava tree and she fell out. And then we let her out. She got pregnant. She had 6 kitties. This is one of them, and he's the homie. He's the most like friendly of all of them. But yeah, once I think about it, I moved here. We moved here for a reason, and It's to make a better life for ourselves. In California, there's a lot of obstacles, a lot of red tape when you're trying to do things you're passionate about. So out here in Mexico, it's a whole different game.
Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna take a little bit to get things going and, you know, have our paperwork in line. I currently just became a dual citizen, which is really exciting. And I still have to get some other identification, like paperwork, before we can actually start a legitimate business.
First cut on the lemons.
But yeah, right now we're waiting for the elections in Mexico to be finished so she can get her ID and we can finally get on Airbnb and start our rental arbitrage business.
Es mi paloma.
Esta es la mamá de esta chiquita.
So here we are at my cousin Samuel's ranch. He has lots of cows and I think a couple bulls. It's just nice seeing them out in nature, and they don't live on this ranch. It's about like 20 minutes away. He drives over here to take care of them, feed them, give them water. And it's cool that, you know, you can have this type of lifestyle where you live in the city and you come out to your ranch to hang out in nature. We think it's important to have multiple streams of income, and, you know, one of them being having our own livestock and growing our own food.
Yeah, and once again, this is another way why, the Mexican way of life is just so beautiful to us. These cows, yeah, they're about to be, the bulls are about to be eaten one day. But I'd rather have a bull that lived like this with its family rather than a bull locked in a cage and then butchered, filled with antibiotics and water, and then sold at the grocery store 3 months later. Here in Mexico, you go to the carniceria and the meat is fresh. Like, it's just something you can taste. And I don't know, I think that's the most valuable thing in the world is where your food comes from and how it lived. But yeah, we're still young, and we're 30, but we're still young. And we need to figure out how to work in life and what's the best move for us. And, it just comes day by day. Same thing with getting deeper and deeper into the word of Yah and learning exactly how he wants us to live and the faith he wants us to keep in life. But yeah, right now we're in Arandas on a workaway, helping this guy with his orchard while we wait for Sochi's ID to come in. And then we're planning on moving probably more towards Guadalajara so we can start our Airbnb business. But yeah, I think it's all about staying faithful in what Yah has put you on this planet for. I hope you guys enjoyed our little rambling, and we'll post more about our adventures soon.